on Terry Repairy. Oh, okay. We're just getting to the hardware store. Had a little delay on Terry because the roof seams, me and my Christmas music, I love Christmas music this time of year. The roof seam on one side of the trailer will not come together to at least overlap. It's at least ½ inch apart. I have a friend coming for the holiday, and so I'm gonna put a halt to it until I can have an extra hand. Gonna have to just get up on it and like vice grip it and pull it as far as you can. Also gonna have to make like a patch for it, cut out a sheet or a thin metal, like chimney roof type material. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Usually don't, just going along with it. And cut like a patch, because where the seam comes together would screw down to the new support I put in, and it isn't coming together, so I have to, that's what the patch will be for. So this is like a big delay. It's okay, and going to take it as I need to at the hardware store to get some Flex Seal, cut the patch, tack that patch down, and then butyl tape each seam and screw them down individually to that patch into the support I put in, at least to where it starts to come together, and then that can get butyl taped. So we'll see how that goes. And having a second hand on each side of the trailer holding down that new patch to tack it down on top of the trailer. Be good to have someone there in case a ladder falls, you know, good to have backup, a spotter. Then get it seamed down onto the patch with the butyl tape and screwed down, and then run a 4-inch wide roof tape, Flex Seal roof tape, I think. So I thought I would be tackling the water tank today and putting it back together, but I don't want to put the framing back over that to then have the bed back on it till I test the water tank, which means putting a 3-way valve in it for next time, winterizing it and plumbing that, and then getting the new valve, drain valve on it. So at the hardware store, and getting a new wheel for my grinder. I'm so glad I bought a new grinder on Black Friday. Totally glad, because it's come in handy. It will. And I even have new projects in mind coming up for some metal art I'm excited to think about doing, and more sobriety time. Shishy, they're so protective. Oh, smashed in the back. So folks, here we have the patchwork. When I started, this was coated in black tar among another silver, like plastery stuff. And I went to town just pulling it up, pulling all the screws out. And when it came to putting it back together, I realized the two roof lines did not meet at the seam, let alone cross over. So this now has underneath the support, the wood support, and then on top of that is a whole strip of metal, galvanized steel cut to lay across that support to build another layer, like it would be overlapping each other, butyl taped under both sides all the way down, and then they cross over. And then screwed down every side until they crossed over. Then it's just on this side, and then laid a band of caulking. The odd thing is that everything, all the holes on here lined up where the roof folds over, the holes lined up, and there were no screw holes in this roof line until the very end where it does cross over. So that tells me that this trailer came from the factory, I'm pretty sure, as such, and was probably just coated in a seal that the buyer didn't know. But it is a 1970 Terry, and yeah, the roof seam, no wonder it rotted right there. Duh, I mean, that makes total sense. So this patchwork, I do trust. I'm sure it's going to hold. So grateful for my friend helping me out and having another set of eyes and mind and hand on it to be pulling this nose piece back up over tight as far in as we could, because it did want to bow out and go all kind of nutty. Still a few things to do, putting gutters on, and I am going to do a layer of like 4-inch Gorilla roof tape, kind of like Flex Seal, but Flex Seal only came in 5-foot rolls and Gorilla came in 10. Today I am going to go ahead and just tape it, the seam and the rear seam. I'm going to start back there because the ladder's over there so I could get up on it. And so I'm going to start there, and then probably his idea too was to go ahead and run caulking along the edges of the 4-inch tape. Just it. So I'm going to do that and then get my gutters on. I only have the long side pieces left on each side. I've got front and rear, can't see it, doesn't matter. Got the light going, and then just some interior stuff to finish up. This has been a very daunting project to start, and I feel like I've recruited a lot of courage to do it, and learning to retain some equanimity in it, not like freak out because something happened. When we were putting together the other side where it crossed over, the edge of the roof where it folded over did not go very far, and it was like that from the factory anyways. And so it was very hard to staple, and it got gapped up after we had already laid all the screws along the seam, and it bubbled up, and we had to take it all apart and push that. We had to push that edge in more, and it finally just like rippled back into the top of the trailer. It was weird, but it worked. And I mean, I'd taken apart something, never done this, and now finishing it up, putting it back together. It's been several months, I guess, just weekends and when I can with work and such. So I'm excited, and Terry will be back on the road soon in time for ketamine treatment, and then who knows what after that. Okay, gonna get started. Fabric cutter. I think it'll cut it. I used it to cut linoleum the other day. Little bug got gorillaed. Uh-oh. Okay, I got it over the corner. Got it over the edge behind the gutter. Just gonna smooth it out. And I think I did okay. And maybe get the heat gun on it a little bit. It's really not all that warm out. I think just because it's on cold metal, I'm just warming just a little bit. Just to kind of give the adhesion a chance. Super hard to manage a video up on the roof of this thing, so it got done. I got tape, but I ran out of caulking, so I ordered more. I ran out on the rear. I'm gonna have to come back once I get that. Get the gutters. Well, hello. Today's progress. Terry's just lingering, but I don't want to be rushing it. And I've had to make some additional steps along the way that I didn't plan. It's going to happen. So I just put my mind to it last night and had to remove a couple more slats going over the water tank, which inevitably gave me the opportunity to do more thorough cleaning and not do any damage to this area. I didn't want to damage anything. By moving the tank around, I was lifting it up to try to put on this new valve I got. And then I reused the old hose because new tubing, I bought this new tubing. It's the same 3/8, but it's a bigger wall, larger wall, so it wouldn't go through the hole, which is where I drain the tank. And I did plumb the pump and pipes through the sink earlier this year with antifreeze just by undoing this attachment and plumbing a little straw hose basically into it and running it to the antifreeze jug and just turned on the pump and it sucked it through there. It was great. But that thing is a pain in the butt to get off, so I wanted to set up some sort of three-way valve off of it and saw it around and again put my inquisitive creative friend, I put him to it too. But yeah, just thinking about it and then looking into it and not finding anything to fit and would know that I'd have to come up with something. And then, yeah, so he had mentioned not trying to do a three-way here, but then bump down and cut a line. And I was like, brilliant. So got just like a three-way, then in a hardware store, local hardware stores, really awesome guys that work in there. And they, I just brought the idea to them. And so, yeah, got me rigged up with a three-way barb and then this tube that comes out and it's rigged with this brass barbed fitting. I just did a little heat on the hose and so it got more malleable and then just pushed it in there and hopefully it's good. And then this just plastic plug. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and pull Terry out of the shop and get some water in the tank to go ahead and test it. Before I buckle it back down and put all the lats back down, because this is my bed when I'm camping in it, I want to make sure that these are okay. Just pre-drilling my nose to re-affix this trim piece between the new board and the board behind it. Hopefully I don't break it. It is cold out. It's been taking me a while to get out here in the day. Even though the sun's out, it's very cold. Those two. But went ahead and just got the trim prepped with the nails in. I gotta get up here like I did for nailing this board to the support. The new board, I'm gonna have to get up here and lay upside down and hammer this bad boy in here. Well, not lay upside down, but lay down and hammer upside down basically. Fun. Actually going to go the other way first. Have to go back and forward though. Made for adults. Yeah. Of course, there's a closet there too. Bueno. His workout. Somehow, I don't know where all the I don't have a lot of screws. I don't know where they're at for this gutter. So I have to make a run to town for those later. And I need to get a hose to be able to plumb this, so I'm kind of at a standstill. I have to figure out my faucet. Things come up as further bigger priorities than Terry sometimes, even though I need to get Terry done. I need to get Terry done because Terry is taking time, as it should. This is a timely project, and things happen as I go along and have to readjust and find my patience in that. I have the patience of a 3-year-old. I'm working on it. It's all good. I got other things to move to, and we'll test this at another time. Well, because of the faucet, I just decided to run to town and get more screws for the gutters, which is a half-hour one way. It sucks, but I got some other stuff I needed. And anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the gutter screws for today, and then I got to get some firewood in, and yeah. Beautiful. Maybe it was Memphis. Maybe it was southern summer night. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was me, but it sure felt right. Feels great getting Terry out. No longer opened up like a can of tuna. Gonna test out the water tank. It's been quite a show this morning. I had frozen hoses. They haven't thawed for days. So I had to put one in the basement, and then finally got running water from another spigot since my main one broke. I have to figure that out. But I'm going to test the water tank plumbing that I put in, and I am hopeful it's good to go, but I'm skeptical that it's going to work. I may have to tape that new valve or put in the old one. The old one wasn't taped, so I didn't tape this one. So we'll see. I'm going to run water. Because the sink drain is on the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and flush the whole system. I'm going to put water in the tank. I'm going to put water in the tank, make sure there's no leaks, mitigate as I need to, and flush the pipe into the faucet and let it drain out the other side, and then test my antifreeze setup. Yay! Well, I got some water in the tank, but it appears this is not working, my ball valve, or my new valve on here, but I'm getting water and doesn't look like any leaks. That is a win, but I gotta figure out that. Okay. Draining now. So I'm going to remove the cap, and I'm plugging in this little hose right in here. This is my game plan. This could even be done through the door. It still just wants to pull it out of the tank and not the antifreeze.